Additional concepts and interrelations. The traditional hypothesis about coalitions highlights some of the theoretical logic and important concepts necessary, but the following concepts address outliers in the conversation of coalitions. Dominant and minority coalitions, overcoming threats to collective action, principal and auxiliary coalition actors, resources, strategies, and activities, all into a better understanding of the theoretical and practical understanding of the capacity and function of a coalition. Policy-oriented learning. Policy-oriented learning is one prominent pathway within the ACF for the explanation of policy change and plays a central role in belief change and reinforcement of members of advocacy coalitions. Policy-oriented learning is defined as enduring alterations of thought or behavioral intentions that result from experience and which are concerned with the attainment or revision of the precepts of the belief system of individuals or of collectives. Here, learning is associated with changes in belief systems of coalition members. There are four categories of explanatory factors: attributes of forums, a level of conflict between coalitions, attributes of stimuli, and attributes of actors. These four attributes can be found in the preceding 5 hypotheses on policy-oriented learning. Policy-oriented learning hypothesis. The first learning hypothesis states that policy-oriented learning across belief systems is most likely when there is an intermediate level of informed conflict between two coalitions. The second hypothesis states that learning across belief systems is most likely when there exists a forum that is A, prestigious enough to include professional participation, and B, dominated by professional norms. The third hypothesis assumes that quantitative data and theory are more conducive to policy-oriented learning than qualitative data. The fourth hypothesis asserts that problems involving natural systems are more conducive than those involving purely social or political systems. The final hypothesis theorizes that technical information can impact policy even if it fails to change the mind of the opposing coalition. Conclusively, most of these hypotheses are not supported by research. Hypothesis 3 has been found to be supported. Future research agenda. The authors conclude this chapter by taking a look at the future trajectory of the ACF, stating that it is dependent on the innovation and creative efforts of numerous analysts from around the world. The authors offer a research agenda for analysts to consider moving forward. Reconsider the ACF's belief system. Advance the theory and measures of learning. Refine the theory of coalition structures and coordination. Develop a hierarchy for coalition resources. Study venues and forums within public policy subsystems. Use the ACF for comparative public policy research. Focus on types of actors. Focus on nascent and mature policy subsystems. Expand our understanding of science and policy analysis and the policy process. Establish common methods of data collection and analysis from applying the framework. Explore the need for theoretical refinement. The authors conclude this chapter with a challenge to continue to develop and evolve this framework through fruitful research on coalitions, learning, and policy change.